at Real Madrid next season as Manchester United reportedly close in on the Spaniard. Morata is believed to be on the verge of signing the Premier League giants after struggling for regular game time in Madrid. Now, the 24-year-old Spain international only started 14 league games as Madrid won La Liga and the Champions League. Now, asked about Morata's future following Spain's 2-1 World Cup qualifying win in Macedonia, Madrid captain Ramos said it will be seen if Morata leaves. Ambiguous there. Yes, Blaise Matuidi refused to entertain talk of him leaving Paris Saint-Germain as he prepares for France's clash with England on Tuesday. The 30-year-old midfielder who featured in the Blues World Cup qualifying defeat to Sweden on Friday has been linked with a move away from Paris, with Manchester United among the reported suitors. But Matuidi had little to say on the matter ahead of France's next game, an international friendly, as he insisted his focus was on the country and not on Paris Saint-Germain. Before I bring in the analysts, let's let you know that Emmanuel Adebayor has claimed that joining Crystal Palace was the worst decision he has made in his career. The 33-year-old arrived at Selhurst Park on a short-term deal in January 2016, but scored just one goal in 15 appearances for the club before being released last summer. The unsuccessful spell was a far cry from his previous experience at the likes of Arsenal, Manchester City, Tottenham Hotspur, and of course Real Madrid. And the Togo international acknowledged that it was indeed an error to join the Eagles. A beautiful morning right here on Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla Forilla. We're talking football 360 degrees. We'll take a short break. When we return, it will be time to take a look at things that are happening. Yes, indeed, the analysts in the studio. Remember, you can also join the program 0700 0000889. You can tweet at 889 Brilla FM, and of course the Facebook fan page Sports Radio Brilla Forilla. No matter where you are on the globe, you can listen and watch live. Just log on to www.brilla.net.
And new. Check out the all-new website
www.brilla.net.
See what we're up to.
On air, online, and on the go.
With our brand new and totally redesigned website.
It's just a click away. www.brilla.net.
Yes, welcome back. A beautiful morning right here on Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. Your champions now. Full compliments right here. Anthony Bekeremo, Legbata One, Sergene Edafe, and of course Mr. Idehen with me in the studios. Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Good morning to you, Akem Kilani, and good morning to our producer Kinsley, the listeners out there. Anthony Bekeremo, good morning to you as well.
Yeah, good morning to you, Edafe, Kingsley, and of course the Jiggy Man. Not forgetting the listener. Good morning. Welcome to Football 360 Degrees.
Yeah, before we go on, let me quickly let you know that Mexico and USA, they played a 1-1 draw early hours of this morning.
Well, gentlemen, when we were on the program on Friday, well, this is not how we thought we will be feeling come Monday morning. Yes, indeed. No, there's nowhere I can take you a quick flashback. What happened? Why are we not jumping up and down? Why are we not satisfied after the game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Bafana of South Africa?
Well, the result speaks for itself. Very shambolic results, painful results. At a time where we're riding high, having won two of our qualifying matches in the World Cup race to Russia 2018, we thought we could continue with the string of results, good results.
Quick one: were our expectations too high?
No, they were not too high. Beating South Africa, you don't need high expectations to beat South Africa. No, I think not. But the way the team played is very worrisome. Nigeria, for 90 whole minutes, we did not register one shot on target. I don't know if it has ever happened to the Super Eagles before, but it happened, especially playing on home soil. It happened. They had the throng behind them. Yeah, they had the support of millions of Nigerians, those that did not travel to you behind them. But it disappointed some of us, broke our hearts, and lost. They were too passive in that game. It is very, very painful.
You touched on some key aspects that I wanted to take a look at. Going into that game, we said for success, certain things needed to be in place. And one of the key ingredients was the home support, the crowd support. And Anthony just confirmed that was there. So why didn't we get the desired results, Essay?
Well, I think I will face this question on two fronts. One, the reason why we lose now, wrong selection. That is where it ends. And another side I want to go after that is I like getting past the problem and then look at the way Nigerians are reacting to the defeat is going from normal rights to react to overboard. We're getting overboard, name calling. Name calling is one of the things that has always been our problem. We beat Zambia, we beat Algeria. Nobody said that coaches were told to field their own kind of players. Nobody said that the coaches were influenced. All of a sudden we lose to South Africa. Now that sense of entitlement, if not a sense of entitlement, if Nigeria feel go to what's it called, go to Zambia and beat Zambia, why do we feel that people cannot come here and beat us? Yeah, it's not actually our best try to beat everybody. We'll lose game. There's a way you will go about losing a game that you will end up destroying the team completely, and at that part will they go. So this is the part that will make us not to qualify for the Nations Cup. If we lose one game, there are 15 more points to pick. We can still go to South Africa and beat South Africa. We can still go to Libya. Libya need to play for home. We can go to other places and win those matches. So having said that, I think that we lost the game simply on the fact that the coach made the wrong selection. Two key position were not filled in the team. There was no top 9 in that team. There was no number 10 in that team. And it is very, very important you have those two, especially when you have defensive midfielders who are not ball passers.
Okay, going forward, Essay, because I think you touched on a key point is about information. Understandably, Nigerians are disappointed. We expected to win, not just win slightly, but to win well. Instead, we were thrashed. And, you know, I can't say we were sent home because we're home, our tails firmly between our legs. But then you just broke it down. It's not over. How do you know, we talked about fighters. What makes a true fighter is not the ability to punch, but the ability to take a punch and continue fighting. So what can we do now? How can we take the punches that we've been dealt and still stand and say, okay, well, we've been knocked down in this round, but we can still qualify for the African Cup?
This is how it works. When we won those 2 games, everybody said that this coach is a no-nonsense man. He's not sentimental. He's not tribal. He picks players on their form. That's the same coach that have lost the game now, and people want me to believe that the first players on him. The coach know too, because this is a trained coach. He knows he make mistake. What we need to do is correct this mistake. This South African team know that if we have a team that is well selected, we'll beat them even in their ground. The South Africa are not overtly confident. They are celebrating because it don't take. It's been a long time coming since 94 to date. They never beat us in a competitive match. It don't take. So it is okay for them to celebrate. But them know say this battle is not over. You understand? Than just one fight they win. Our own, and we cannot expose ourselves so much. Too much exposure will cause irreparable damage. Let us march on and see how we play the other games. Simple.
All right, Sports Radio 88.9 FM, your champions now. I know phone lines are buzzing. We definitely will come to this one. But then, of course, let's move away from Nigeria and take a look at another Nigerian side. Well, let me not say Nigerian side, but a Nigerian-dominated side. And I'm talking about England. I mean, so many things were talked about. Is this really an English team or is it a Nigerian team? And then you have it. Nigerians, well, we're claiming them anyway, who have done it for another country. Nigerians who have excelled at the highest level, well, at least for their category, but wearing the colors of another country. How would you relate to that?
Well, the reality is that they're not Nigerians. They have Nigerian heritage. They have parents.
They have Nigerian blood.
They have Nigerian heritage.
But they are not Nigerian.
It's the same way you see people, they say they are African Americans, but they're actually Americans. So let's not get it twisted. They may have Nigerian names, but they carry British passports. If they were Nigerians, they would be playing for Nigeria.
And
their orientation is not Nigerian. You would have to convince them. You have to remind them of their villages. You'd have to remind them of the time we had independence for them to come here. That alone is, it raises questions. Yes, it's the same thing that happened as soon as Anthony Joshua beat Klitschko. We're very, very quick. We're very quick to do all of that. We're very, very quick to point and say that guy is a Nigerian. They have Nigerian heritage, Nigerian parenthood, and stuff like that.
You said
let the English enjoy their success.
You said it raises questions. Now, when you take a look at these lads who've done it for England, and then you take a look at our lads, they're basically the same. When you talk about the composition of their DNA, their blood, everything. Now, what is different is the mentality and, like we said, the orientation.
Very important.
How can we tweak it? You understand? It's what we've been talking about so much. What are the basic differences?
These 6 players you mentioned, the only way you can tweak it, or the only way you can have them play for Nigeria is...
I'm not even talking about having them play for Nigeria. I'm talking about having our own Nigerians, the true Nigerians now, who are made up the same way, who have the same kind of talent, I mean, what is the primary difference? So that if we do,
that-
what have those lads been true?
that is a
that we
very,
need to put
that's
our
a
lads
very,
through.
that's a very
in order to
difficult
get them
question you're
performing.
asking me. That's a very difficult question you're asking me.
No, but Tony, you already answered this question some couple of weeks ago. What thing we fail to realize, and even the under 17 will be our bet tried very soon. We're not gonna feed the winner again. That's the truth. See, Oyibo they come. All this age cheating, they go cut them off. We're not gonna fit again. The thing is, there was a time where football was won just on ability. There was no science to it. It was just ability. You sabi play ball, come and play, you win. So it was, if I get strength past you, I will muzzle you in some areas. Tony said something a couple of weeks ago, or is it months ago now, that this thing called football, if you're playing street football, you're playing with barefoot, it's not because you're talented. It's because the right structures, infrastructures, and facilities are not available. That is why you're playing it there. There's a place where my son goes to play football. It's, astroturf, well roofed. I could only allow them play there because I know it's safe. I don't allow my son playing on the street. So now we no longer even have the streets that will allow you play football. As time goes, we will lose that. These guys are building generic talent by providing facility from cradle to adulthood. So once you have that facility and they keep telling you, you know how they say if you strike a rock on one place continuously, you crack the rock, right? And what am I got at? They keep telling them that, look, oh, this is how it works, this is how it works, this is how it works. Every day of their life, they go to school, they eat, sleep, think football. Now it has become a part of them. It's become ingrained in them. They are good. Are they born with the talent? Yes. But does
They now include the science, the philosophy.
the philosophy, the science, the ideologies, and everything. It now makes them refined and better. While we're also born with the same talent, the same players. That's back to your question now. We're born with the same talent, but we have to struggle to convince ourselves whether
Same
we
genetic material.
whether we have the talent or we don't have the talent. So you might be a mutant, but if you're not exposed to the battle, that's a problem.
But just to add a little, to what Elegbete has said, we might not be able to change it, because right now, if you look very, very closely to your friends, those ones that are getting married, that are about to have children, there's usually this desire to take their children, or they take their wives abroad to have them delivered of their babies. That also is a problem. They feel that the system here is so inferior. That's why you have so many Nigerian-born players abroad.
Yes, yes.
So that alone is a problem too.
Sports Radio 88.9 FM, your champions now. We're talking football. Yes, a football 360 degrees. Phone lines are buzzing. It's time for you to join the conversation. Hello, good morning to you, somebody.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Kendulu Ashok. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
All right, let's hear from you, man.
Okay, can I talk about the Super Eagles?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my own take on Super Eagles is that it's not about tactical or anything, but the main problem is just the mentality of the players, even the mentality of the fans too. There are some national teams, whenever their best leg are not playing well, and the fine players play with their blood.
So sorry, a line was howling. We had to let you go. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Ade. I'm calling from.
All right, what's on your mind this Monday morning, Ade?
Thank you very much. I know we Nigerians are all sad about last Saturday. Really, it's a big anticlimax for us.
Very big one.
However, yeah, that's it. While the commentaries were going on TV, I heard the commentator said to use balls from South Africa. I think, and somebody talked about the science of football.
Yeah.
We've been training particular balls, and if you notice, we couldn't even get some passes right. So I think that may have even played a role. Like, how come we didn't play with our own balls? How come we played with South African balls? This is not the time for mudslinging or name calling, as we've said. I think this is the time for us to really get our acts right. We still have the World Cup qualifiers to go, and I think for me that's more important. The World Cup is the big stage. We shouldn't lose too much. The Top Cup, 2 people go at least. The top.
Sorry.
I had to let him go. Okay. Yes, that did come up a lot, particularly on social media, the issue of the balls being used, that they belong to the South Africans. Now, I will let you guys authenticate this story, but investigations reveal that balls were used having the South African stamp because our own guys had not registered the balls. The Nigerian side did not get the balls registered in time, and that the South African balls were the ones that had passed.
ball.
That side
ball.
of the discourse.
Exactly. That's why I said
should be left for administrative
exactly.
inquests, because we went to Zambia, we played Zambia ball. We beat them.
I
We went to
was
Sudan
talking
in the
to-
Battle of Omdurman. God bless Amadou Shaibu Sow, and God protect and provide for his family.
So how come
played-
South Africans came to Nigeria?
No, I was talking to Raji late yesterday, and when he said,
I will be the first zero.
we've been training with the ball that's not supposed to be the match the ball. What we do normally, we're supposed to train with the match the ball.
Exactly.
So we trained with the ball. They were probably like visitors to the ball yesterday because our footballs that were supposed to use to play the match or used to train is still out the ports.
Yeah, that's the statement of fact.
That means we did not have the accredited
official
match balls. We did not have them.
And they were supposed to train with the football.
Between you and me, let's
that's another issue entirely.
Let's jump past this gutter.
But I don't think that's why we lost today.
That's not why.
No, that's exactly. But you know, when you lose, that's when you start to look at things like this.
It will be impossible.
Because if we had won, nobody would care.
Yeah, it would be
but how do you
impossible.
now say that this wasn't one of the things that contributed to the loss?
It did nothing contributed. We lost because of bad selection.
No, because if you talk science,
bad selection because
in hitting the ball is a science. Hitting the ball is science. So if you're hitting the ball,
When you train with a particular ball, you know that this amount of force is what
Exactly.
will give me this particular kind of result.
Hitting the ball first is an act before the science comes in.
Okay.
Now, see, the act, football is first an act before science. So that's why anybody will tell you that football is act.
Okay, I want to squeeze in like 2 more calls before we have to wrap it up. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, please.
Let's hear from you, brother man.
I guys don't listen. Yeah, I don't want to agree with you guys that because of football, that's why we lost the match.
No, we're not
lost the
saying
match.
this. We just pointed that out.
Okay, because I want to agree with you, but we lost the match because of the selection. But if you just think, if you forget about this match, Nigeria has already supported everybody in the same way. So you guys should know what I'm talking about. So let's just move on. We have another 15 points in that group. If we can put our heads together, I believe we can still make it. Let them bring more players. All these international sometimes. I don't understand. But let's not forget. Let's not blame anybody. So,
All right. Thank you so much, Olaleko. Yes, Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. I'm sure during the course of the day we will continue to still take a look at things that are happening as concerns the game that went down on Saturday. Ifeanyi Salgado quickly on Twitter says, when it's good, England claims glory. When it's bad, they call them Nigerian born. So we shall call them Nigerians, whether they like it or not. Oh, well, that's a personal matter. I'm afraid that's how far we can take it this morning. Yes, indeed. But the action continues. Don't go anywhere. We pick up the papers next to check out what's happening on the sports pages.
Your Dollar Champion Sports with the 88.9 Brilla FM. It starts with fresh week right here this morning, 12th of June 2017. A Monday it is, of course. It's time to check out what the papers are about. This morning, you're right on time for sports pages. I am Victor Okani. We'll get started with the New Telegraph. The New Telegraph, and the first headline here says, please forgive us. Simon begs Nigerians. Fan dies after Eagles defeat. That's a sad one there. And this one says, Eagles complain over match balls. MPFL, Plateau United, whip Gombe 5-1. Wow, that's a big score line. And we go to the Vanguard this morning. First headline here says, Dalong summons NFF over Eagles loss. It's time Eagles respect us. Tao, Percy Tao, one of the scorers in that game. And another here says, Babaro forward Takpe for both goals considered by Eagles. And to the Guardian this morning, first headline here says, Minister holds emergency meeting with NFF tomorrow. Inexperience, incompetence cost Nigeria dearly. Eagles pray for a chemist's quick return. South Africa's victory was a long way coming. And to this day, Dalong to meet NFF Technical Committee over Eagles defeat in Uyo. England wins FIFA Under-20 World Cup. The Tribune has only this headline. It says, Super Eagles tamed by Bafana Bafana. Of course. And to the Daily Mail, hitting the international scene this morning, first headline here says, Belotti gives perfect audition to be United's new number 9 with a goal and assist for Italy at £70 million a striker shines in big win over Leicester. Klopp makes move for Mbappe. boss speaks with £100 million Monaco teenagers representatives as Liverpool join United and Arsenal in chase. Another headline here says Mahrez honoured by Arsenal interest, but Leicester star admits no offer has been made for his services yet. Costa reveals he's still waiting for Chelsea to make a decision over his future after Conte's text dumping. And to the Metro, Aaron Ramsey's awesome Panenka penalty was a mistake, says Wales legend Dean Saunders. Chelsea snubbed Dominic Solanke following on the 20 World Cup heroics. And Marco Offense and says another night of magic from Isco. Costa, Chelsea must know what to do, and I wait for their decision. And Lopetegui, Spain won well, not on goals, but in our play. And these are the headlines we serving you this morning on Sports Pages right here, Sports 88.9 Brother FM. For details of this and many more, you can pick up these papers and find out what they are saying and for other stories. But still, you can log on to our website, brother.net, for the best of stories on the home front and on the international scene, as well as follow on Twitter at 889 Brother FM and on Facebook, facebook.com/889 Brother FM for the best of stories on the home front and on the international scene, breaking news, as well as the major talking points highlighted on our timeline on these platforms. Thanks for being a part of it this morning. Sports Pages will make a return again tomorrow. And thanks to my producer, Sharafa Akonibe. I am Victor Ogani. God bless you.
This is the home of sport.
Sports Radio, 88.9 Brilla FM.
This is the home of sport.
Sports Radio, 88.9 Brilla FM.
Madam Divadat. Oh, I am very hungry. I'm very thirsty. In short, I want to buy food.
Yes, Oga.
I want better jollof rice with orishi. Give me the pomo in that corner. The shaki in the middle. Supported by chicken that has passed through fire and soaked pepper well.
Okay. Anything else, Oga?
Yes, so don't forget my ice cold Coca-Cola.
Feeling really hungry? Refresh your meal with 60 cl plastic bottle Coca-Cola with or without sugar. 150 naira only.
My people, my name na Padimi. Make I informate you now as we go to take a play billionaire jackpot. Buy strategy card from all our agents. Open them. You go see 16 pin inside. Die star 871 star that your 16 pin with a hatch for your Airtel line. With a small money, even save you when they use Airtel with to play this game direct for billionairejackpotng.com. You fit to log on to www.billionairejackpotng.com. Select the quick play to play with a 16-digit pin or create account with a gaming pin or gaming credit. Each game they cost 100 naira. Oh, the more you play, the better chance you gonna get to the win. For more information, make you go billionairejackpotng.com. Join us at billionairejackpotfanclub.com. Billionaire Jackpot. Win. Powered by Niger Billionaire. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the home of sport.
Hard tackle, yes. It's always stormy and the weak gets hurt. Hard tackle, yes. Hard tackle, yes. It's always stormy and the weak gets hurt. Hard tackle, yes. Hard tackle, yes. It's always stormy and the weak gets hurt.
Yes, it is Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM, your champions dial. It's a beautiful Monday morning. We are on the hard tackle floor. It's time to do battle. It's time for the combatants to get in on this one and find out who has a glass jaw and who's going to come down like a pack of cards. Remember, you also have the opportunity to tackle and be tackled when you get on board. 0700 You can tweet at 889 Brilla FM, and of course the Facebook fan page also is available. Sports Radio Brilla for Brilla. If you want to know, want to see exactly how it's going down, log on to www.brilla.net. This morning, Paul Simpson has praised his England team after they won the Under-20 World Cup, but he says it is too early to call them the next golden generation. He, however, hopes that his side's triumph at the Under-20 World Cup in South Korea will pave the way for future England teams to achieve success at senior tournaments. England defeated Venezuela 1-0 in the final to win the country's biggest international title since 1966, and talks are that England's Under-20 World Cup triumph points to a bright future. Question begging to be asked this morning: do you agree that this English Under-20 World Champions point to a great future for England's national team? The emergence of England at this level, being champions, does it paint a rosy picture for the England national team? That's the question. Yes, one man comes to the microphone this morning. Yinka Oyedele is his name. When you hear his name, well, you know it's time. You get titillated by the use of words. Flow mastery of the language. Let's bring him on board and give to you Yinka Sports on the MIC.
Well, thank you very much, Jiggy, for that panegyrics. I must say, as far as I'm concerned, England's victory at the Under-20 World Cup is a big sign of a great future for them. Simply say, these guys demonstrated an hegemony, of course, that is really so incredible at the World Cup. They were unbeaten in 7 matches. England toured the world, beat the world, and of course emerged as the world champions. The first game of this tournament, they actually beat Argentina 3-0. The second game they played against an African side, they also did not lose. They won against an Asian team in South Korea. They won against a team from the northern part of America. They won it against a team from the southern side of America. They won a team from Europe, and of course eventually the final day also won against another team from South America. That is to tell you that these guys indeed were tested. These guys actually showed promise, and these guys were able to spread their players. We've had players, of course, singularly win tournaments before, but this English team really won this tournament not on the back of one player. It was on the back of many of these players actually coming up, showing their class, showing their stuff, and of course showing that they can actually do it. Put all of this together, this is to tell you that the mix is right to them. 2018 is not there, but 2022 expect this English team to do something great.
All right, thank you so much, Yinka Oyedele. You must make way now for the man who's here to burst your bubble. Yes, I'm talking about Antonius Becker de Raymond.
Well, thank you very much, Akim Kelani. One thing is very, very clear. Yinka is in search of a visa to the UK. You are coming here speaking BB grammar, panegyrics, hegemony. Let me also help your visa application. Let me give you a word. When you go to the High Commission in Lagos or in Abuja, anywhere you go in search of a visa, tell them that you are looking for phantasmagoria. You need BB grammar. Let me tell you, before England, there was Portugal. Portugal won the Under-20 World Cup. Where is Portugal? Did they win the World Cup? Nothing. Let me also tell you that, yes, before Argentina has been winning, they even won Olympic. They've been winning Under-20 World Cup. Let me tell you, the last time Argentina won the World Cup was in 1986. You come here. This is not a sign, oh. It's a sign that you also be denied of that visa. That visa that you are looking for. Speaking BB grammar. All this BB grammar will not save you. All this BB grammar will not help you. Nothing for England. Ghana won the same tournament in 2009. Ghana never go anywhere. You're coming here, talking upside down. Speaking bad English here, saying you define visa. Let me tell you, see, me, I will help them. I will tell you to deny that visa. No!
I remember, I know you have
No. They say panegyrics. I see, I will not understand. See, we can no visa for you. See, that visa will be denied. Almost stop it. Almost denied. They are coming here, making noise. They will not do anything. It's not their time. They come here. On try the Yameji. They are coming here. They are panegyrics. Hegemony. See, you better wake up. You better wake up to the reality. Wake up to the reality. What visa? You are looking for visa.
Even Sanchez us, the man who scored in 1966.
Yes, Sports Radio 88.9 FM, your champions there. Anthony, I did not know when you became a member of the High Commission, of the British High Commission. Huh?
I suspect this Yinka needs a visa.
2022.
Yinka visa law.
What I say now?
Yes, Sports Radio 88.9 FM, your champions are on the hard tackle floor. And yes, it's time to bring you on board. A very, very simple question I asked this morning, and it's been taken to another level entirely. Do you agree that this English Under-20 World Champion points to a great future for England national team? Yinka says,
Yes, the future is bright for them.
And Anthony says,
Bibi Grammar. Bibi Grammar. Panageric. Let me tell you, this visa that you're looking for.
Let's bring you on board. Hello, good morning to you, somebody. 0700 Good morning to you, somebody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Abdulhakim.
Good morning to you.
Yes, I go without any place. I go without any. My name is Kazim.
It's not about going with somebody, it's about tackling the other person. Yes, remember, it's a hard tackle. Hello, good morning to you, somebody. Hello there.
Hello.
Good morning, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Samuel.
All right, Samuel, tackle somebody.
Anthony. I go with Inca.
Okay, why are you tackling Anthony? Why are you tackling
Anybody that is going with Inca will not get visa.
He left the topic and
No. How can I leave the topic? The topic is before England, the other countries don't win it.
Who told you that you guys looking for visa?
He's looking for visa. One any fool. They will not give him. They will not give him. He's speaking BB grammar.
Yes, hello, good morning, good morning.
Hello, Jigiman, good morning.
Good morning to you. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this grammar will not guarantee.
If you not in a lie, you're not going to help him. You're not going to help him.
Other people have been winning it.
So talk about what these guys did. They were beaten at the World Cup and they beat virtually everybody from all continents.
You can't leave story for storyteller. Leave story for storytellers. What are you talking about? They're talking about hegemony. The Ghana not win it.
Yes, Sports Radio, hello, good morning, somebody. Good morning to you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Olokule Samson is my name.
Tackle somebody, Samson.
I'm tackling Yinka.
Tackle him.
Olokule Samson.
Don't make anything. I mean, one of the others who don't win. They don't win World Cup.
What I say now?
We don't go carry our players.
What I say now? A great future. The must necessarily win the World Cup for them to have a great future. If they win the Euro, it's not a great one for them. Why did they do anything? Like this. Give the credit to these guys. The future is bright for them.
All right. Yes, indeed. A beautiful Monday morning. We're still on the hard tackle floor. Hello, good morning, somebody.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Your Ghana brother, Oscar.
Oscar, tackle somebody.
Okay. When somebody says it's good, it's good. Don't think about the man says it's going to looking for this and all this and all that. The guys, they are good, they are good. They are good people.
Defending champions of this World Cup was Serbia. No, Serbia have never won anything. Where is Serbia today? See, we are not seeing anything. This Inca, you may not know. I know Inca very well. All this English, all this grammar that is speaking, he's speaking for a reason. They are not good. They are not going anywhere. Go where? Go with fire. They will wait.
Yes, Sports Radio, FM. Let's go on Twitter at 889BLFM. Ashimalawa Yabami says, by the time the Niger boys return to Nigeria, Yinka and England's eye will clear. England always overrated in everything. Paragon Master says the future is not bright anything. It's the same old story for England. And Lucas Kenny says, good morning. I tackle Yinka because his victory cannot pave way for them. They were not the first team to win it. Anthony all the way. AJ Moses says, I do not think so. Anthony is on point. The Honor 20 victory is not a yardstick. Anthony has a poisonous mouth. I like him. You like him because he has a poisonous mouth? All right.
So chiefs, gibberish, bananas, invectives, and of course, unrelated. So we have to contract.
I'll give you this visa. If you like it, bring dictionary to hard tackle. That is your business. Serbia won it. Argentina won it. England won it. They are still waiting. England will wait. No future.
And again, all countries.
See, forget it. Forget it. They are coming here making noise. Speaking grammar. Gibberish. Gibberish. It's not only gibberish.
They beat Argentina 3-0. If you mention Venezuela, they beat virtually
everybody. Let me tell you.
See,
instead of you to go and learn something like Spanish or Portuguese, so that they can quickly give you their speaking BB grammar.
Yes, Sports Radio 88 Bonabila FM, your champions. Now a beautiful morning. Still taking your calls. We're on the hard tackle floor. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you, somebody.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, bro. What's your name? All right, tackle.
What is wrong with all those Nigerian fans? We are wishing other countries by them. That cannot win World Cup. Tell me, attack me this morning. When you see good team, appreciate them.
What is good team? What is good? What is good? What is good? This is to tell us your name. Yeah. See, let me tell you. I put you and Yinka in the same category. See, I put you and Yinka in the same category. If you like, start from now to tomorrow. One more, and they don't know you. Yeah, a Bini man, oh. Yeah, a Bini man. But the way you're talking there, you sound like a Bini man. See, please go and sit down somewhere. And go and blow whistle. Go and look inside the bush.
Hard tackle floor. Hello. Good morning to you, somebody.
My name is Dr. Nanda.
Let's hear from you.
I want you to put Tony inside the our sport. He's the man of greediness. England is very good. They are good. They win Star Wars Cup.
Have they even qualified for the World Cup? England that was trying to do with Scotland.
From under 20, Mikel from under 20, Fernando from under 20. What did Tony they talk? Tony, he are big. Completely you
cannot even get close to the embassy or the high commission.
And when this became a bit to get Anthony, what's going on this morning? Do you know something we don't know?
Chief very clear. Very clear for the black to see and very audible for the black to hear.
They are cheap Alabama.
No, before England there was Serbia. Before Serbia there was Portugal. Argentina. The FIFA is great. No, the FIFA of Argentina is not great. It is not by under 20 World Cup. Yinka, go and check. Brazil has won the World Cup 5 times, Germany 4 times, Italy 3 times.
Yes, Sports Radio 88.9 FM, your champions. Down a beautiful Monday morning. Yes, the hand tackle going strong. This gentleman tackling each other. But I'm afraid this is where we will draw the curtains on today's edition of the program. Yes, indeed. A good result for England. Will it pave way for a greater tomorrow for them? That's the question. Yinka says yes. Anthony said no.
When you see, they will not simply say, please, Yinka, Omalu, please, Tinaju, you will not get it. I am surprised. I am surprised. Is that what you're going to tell them?
In fact, it is at least we said the least. I can actually come back to say all of this.
All these are Bangladesh I am speaking.
India, Lima, Alpha.